Sagittarius, welcome to GRAYCI'S Gamut. Today I will be doing your love and relationships reading for the time period of March 14th to the 20th, 2022. Please remember that this is a general reading. It is not a personal read. Take what's for you, leave the rest. Alright, I feel like we're going to start with Queen of the Moon. Feels right. See what's going on with you guys here. I feel like some of you are at conflict with a decision. I feel like it has to do with, it seems like it's within yourself, like not knowing if what you are doing, the path you're on, is the right one. The direction you're going in with a person, another individual. It doesn't feel like a group. It feels like more like relationship or friendship. Someone close to you. I suddenly felt like getting a little too close. We have faith. Boy, this card comes up so much in these readings. Across the board. I've been seeing it all the time. And self-love as well. You can't love someone else unless you love yourself. I mean, till you learn to love yourself, how can you love someone else? Honestly. That's where we F up, right? Trying to, if you don't love yourself enough, then jealousy comes in. You don't think that the person could possibly love you. You don't, think enough about yourself to think that someone would be devoted to you either. You have darkness. Darkness. Time of silence, a time of being still. That's it for that. I feel like that's where this faith card comes in. It's having faith in yourself, loving yourself too. I think someone's struggling with, am I good enough? Why would they love me? You may have seen someone near them, either one of their co-workers, you happened upon maybe when you were together, or one of, you've seen their, I don't want to say reaction, that you've seen their body language, and you've taken it as if, you know, there might be something there, and this person is really good looking and funny, and, you know, you're like, why would they want to be with me when they can be with that person? In reality, that person is probably being married, or they're committed to someone else, and there is nothing like that going on, but in your mind, you're like, you know, they have a better rapport with them. They have a better... looks like they would have a better relationship with that person. It's taking you into a dark time here. This isn't everybody, of course. You got to take it as it resonates. Not a dark time, meaning it could be, but I feel like more like a dark time looking into yourself, going into hermit mode, being, feeling... There's a little bunny here, little rabbit here, in the dark by himself. What's more delicate than a rabbit? We feel like, you know, it feels like rabbits are vulnerable. It feels like they seem like a vulnerable animal, and they're here in the dark, by themselves, contemplating things, and to feel somebody feeling vulnerable right now, maybe. If you say anything, or maybe you have said something and your person was just like, that's just jealousy, you need to get over it, I don't want that person, I'm with you, I want you, and you're having a hard time coping with, this could have to do with a friendship of your person as well. Let me read from the book here for you guys. Get a better, different, possibly picture than what I'm feeling here. Let's see, we're going to go with the number 31. Fertility and abundance now return. Things will get better. Growth has started. Hold on to your dreams in adversity. In the darkest of times, it is in the darkest of times that we find it hard to see the light. It is hard to see when things seem hopeless. How we can ever feel hope again when things seem to fail. It is really difficult to draw up our resilience and stand up again. It's hard to have faith in ourselves and the universe. Faith requires us to let go of our anxieties and have trust, perhaps in something we can't actually see yet. I feel like if you haven't said something to your person about this other person, or, you know, it's so, sometimes we go off and say little snide things when we feel offended, or when we feel that we defensive, like we have to say something against the other person, or you know, if it is a jealousy, it is a form of jealousy. But when we don't feel good enough about ourselves in a situation, you may think that you've got it all together, and then you see your person that you are in love with seeming to have some kind of communication with somebody else, you know, some kind of connection. Just know that sometimes it's just a friendly connection. It's they get along well, and they work well together, whatever the case may be. I feel like maybe this situation is happening with like maybe someone that you have invited over for dinner, like another couple, or you went out with another couple, and it feels like your person is a little too connected with, and they get along well with, they have the same personalities with the other person's spouse, one of the other spouses, and you feel you almost get to the feel like they have more in common with them. You're like, wow, we really have nothing in common. I don't understand what they're saying. That's what it feels like. You don't always have to have everything in common with your person, though. Remember that. Radical self-love is necessary. Empowerment starts from the inside out. Do not compare yourself to others. Start your change with focus and love of self. Sometimes we feel we are not enough. Sometimes we are even told we are not enough by our own voice, the voices of others, and our culture. Not smart enough, not pretty enough, not powerful enough. And as a result, all of this makes us not love ourselves enough. Then there is the opposite, that we are too something, too tall, too short, too fat, or too thin, too opinionated. Is it any wonder that many of us feel such self-loathing or dissatisfaction with the self? Please just stop. Put your blinkers on. Breathe. Be with yourself. Do ritual. Speak to the goddess or whatever energy floats your boat and ask for help. Yes, indeed, listen to any or all of the crazy misdemeanors that your mind may throw at you, and then hug these untruths like a crying puppy and soothe the reasons they are there. Know that you are doing the best you can right now, that you are not your past, and you can soothe yourself, and, most importantly, you can move on. Know that this comparison craziness is just a diversion from knowing yourself really well and discovering amazing, delicious aspects of yourself that are entirely satisfying. Focus on you, not others, and discover where you really might like change, if anywhere or anything, for your own personal benefit, not for some outward measure of enoughness. True power and happiness comes from the inside out, like an unfurling spiral. Woe is the person who relies on the opinions of others to gain happiness and self-measure. Choose radical self-love. Choose you. I feel like someone has a bullying, something bullying. This could be at work. This could be if you're still in school. This could be almost feeling like it could be going back, going to college, feeling like someone is almost, things that they say or the looks, the remarks that they have are almost bullying to you. Just steer clear of that person. If you're able, obviously, if you're able. It's not always an option, is it? but know that it's something about their own selves that makes them do this. Darkness. You are entering a time of introversion, a leaner time, or a time to turn inward to plan and strategize. It is time to do shadow work, which will bring big dividends later on. Release what no longer works for you. We can begin to do our shadow work, undertaking the self-reflection needed to identify what isn't working for us and what might be causing us pain. This could be a bad habit, a destructive pattern, a reoccurring useless fear, or anything that holds us back from being the best we can be. Once we see these aspects of ourselves in the dark, we can simply decide whether they must go. We can decide to release them once and for all. We get to transform. Changing into something, I feel like unfurling, like out of a cocoon, like a butterfly. Changing the way you look at yourself will change the way you look at other people in the situations. Maybe get to know your person's. I don't think it's about that you didn't try to get to know your person well enough. I don't want to go there with that. What I feel like saying is that they may have sparked up conversation, or a conversation happened with someone that you feel like is a threat, because and it was something that you didn't know your person was even interested in. Something like they had like an interest or a hobby, something they had going on that you weren't even aware of. But know that you don't know everything about your person. You're never going to know every little minor detail. I mean, some people do. It's hard to get someone to divulge everything about themselves, and it does take time, because some things they don't think about. They don't think about talking with you about. They it's just something that comes up as you go along in your relationship, and you know, you have conversations because things come up, and then you learn more about the person. All right. Don't think it's because, you know, you don't have things in common with them. You just have to learn more about them. That's what it feels like here. All right, Sag, let's see what is going on in the body of your read now. See what. I feel like there's something other than working on self. We have the World in the reverse here. Excuse me. My voice trying to give out. 5 of Cups as well. This World in the reverse, I feel like there's this might have a lot to do with this being having faith in yourself and self-love. The World in the reverse, I feel like changes are happening within your relationship, within a very a relationship that you really, really care about the outcome of. I feel like there's some changes happening between you, like things like not knowing, realizing you don't know as much about this person as you thought. I feel like you need to honor these changes instead of resisting them. This is how your relationship evolves. You learn more about your person. It can't stay the way that it is. It's nothing to argue over. It's I feel like just learning some things. It may scare you into thinking that maybe we aren't compatible, because you thought you guys were compatible in every area, and now you're finding out different. You have the 5 of Cups here. Stop worrying about this, though. Stop worrying about your differences, and it doesn't matter how many differences you have. If you have love, you have 2 cups full of love over here behind you. Don't let those things, those differences, dictate what's going to happen in your relationship, because opposites attract, first off. I feel like saying. And this landing on this darkness card, I feel like some of you may go through something like this week. You may not even know what's happening. You're going to be like, oh yeah. Somebody was like, oh yeah, that won't happen with me because I know my person, and here something's going to come up that you don't expect. You have the Temperance card. Having patience with yourself and your relationship and your other person. There may be something that I feel like somebody, part of this is coming from somebody being told. You may get to meet their family, or one of their family members. You hang out with them, or something happens. It could be a holiday gathering, even. Um, it feels like having a conversation with someone about your person, someone that knows them truly well, someone that's been there since they were small, grew up with them possibly. Could be their parent, or their sibling. I feel like they're gonna tell you something about your person, and this might be what sparks this. Something that you did. I just feel like it's something that you didn't know. It's nothing bad. I feel like it's like an interest, or something that they went through when they were younger, and you are thrown off guard. That's what it feels like. Have patience though. Let them tell you. You don't have to run to them and bring it up. Um, have patience about it, and with yourself, because sometimes a spark of jealousy will happen, even just because your person doesn't tell you everything. I feel like this is a divine time, I'm gonna say, I almost said divine timing, a divine love coming in here. I wouldn't doubt if a royal couple show up in this read. I feel like it's just another an obstacle that needs to be gotten over. There's a lot of love here, but you do have to love yourself as well, and know that you are worth every bit of love this person is throwing at you. All right, let's see here. We have the King of Pentacles in the reverse. The King of Pentacles is well aware of his existence. I feel like well aware of what it is that he wants and goes for. Accumulating abundance as he walks. That's what I feel like saying. Accumulating abundance as he walks. Accumulating people being attracted to. This may be your person. They may be someone who is like the popular person. You know, some people just exude it. My son does that. People just are attracted to him for some reason. I'm not talking about just the opposite sex, or in that way. I feel like it's just like even friends. He just people tend to flock to where he's at, and that's what I feel like maybe your person is like. This is causing a little jealousy. It's causing a little. You might not have realized that they're attractive. It's not even about looks. It's just they attract energy. It's about the energy that they radiate. If people veer over, they come to them. It's like drawing an energy. That's how you were drawn to them as well. You didn't realize it at the time. You just thought, oh, this is, an attractive person, whatever. This is I like things about them. And part of it was their energy that pulls you in. It's in the reverse. I feel like you're having a hard time dealing with the person that they are. It's causing some jealousies, but I think it's about you, maybe partly about the person you are as well, not just about them and what's going on with them and who's flocking around them. You have the Nine of Pentacles here. Having a lot of work to do. I feel like you've come a long way from where you've been at one time. I mean, in your working on yourself. You've done a lot. You still have some more to go here, though. Obviously, I think maybe you felt confident in everything, felt confident in a relationship, and then you hear something or see something that makes you think, maybe this isn't completely what I thought it was, and it's not that way. I feel like you need to just relax, step back. Don't say anything to your person that's not supportive. You have the Chariot. Good things are coming. I feel like you patience. You got this Chariot landing on the patience and learning more about yourself, your person. You got a lot going on for you in this relationship, I feel. And you don't want to mess it up by letting jealousies... you have the Lovers in the reverse here. I flipped over inside the deck as I shuffled. The Lovers are about new love, possibly, connections, commitments. Someone here may get proposed to, or their person may talk about wanting to commit, and I'm feeling like you're going to be reluctant. You may not answer them right away, and this will bother them, of course. I feel like that might be why this is in the reverse. That makes them, they thought you were sure. They were so sure of your relationship, and then you pause. It could be about saying I love you even to this person. Maybe that's what makes you think differently on them, because they don't say it back to you when you say it as well. You have the the King of Swords on the bottom of the deck, overshadowing the read. This may be about a past relationship as well. It could be about needing, this is overshadowing the read, so I feel like this could be a possibility of communication, opening lines of communication, especially with your person, maybe even just with yourself. Know what it is that's making you feel this way, and I feel like it's giving you, like I'm looking at her looking down, making you feel a little down, making you feel a little sad. But stop focusing on your differences and how many differences there are. Know that love can prevail all of that. And you have the Chariot sitting here, and it's divinely timed. It's moving in the right direction. You may be resisting commitment a little bit, or maybe your person is, but it's not about what you think it is. Okay, we are going to pull some cards for clarity for Sag at this time. You have the Ace of Pentacles. Somebody asked a question and it was a yes. Aces are gifts from the universe. I feel like this may be your person. The gift is your person. It was given to you by the universe. You asked for someone to love you, a positive relationship, maybe in a teary moment alone with yourself. You don't realize it. You probably don't even remember. We do this a lot, don't we? We have conversations what we think are with ourselves, but the universe is listening. Spirit is listening to you. Your guides are listening to you, and they may have brought this in here to you. Trying to bring you something, bringing you a better life. And I feel like possibly someone asked for a better life, thinking on the lines of money, but Spirit knows what you need, and what you were missing was someone to love you, and that's why they're there. You have the King of Cups here. You have a lot of kings here. I have to say, a lot of kings. A lot of confidence, drawing on, I feel like mustering up confidence you didn't know you had. I feel like with this, this King of Cups landing upright on this King of Pentacles in the reverse. That feeling I got that maybe your person, it draws attention somehow. It could be the way they look. It could be just the way they are. It's just, a lot of it has to do just with their energy itself. I feel like this is telling you this person loves you, and I really feel like there may be a proposal. There may be a proposal here. And I also want to say, with this King of Swords, I'm feeling like this is all pieces of your person. I feel like they are being very honest with you. I feel like they are saying what they mean, whether it's good or bad. I feel like you need to understand that they are communicating as they should with you. They are not lying to you. They are not withholding anything. If something didn't come up in conversations, that it might not have been something they thought was important, or they just slipped their mind. Don't think that they're trying to lie to you. I feel like the lines of communication are open here, and they're being very honest in what they're saying to you. Okay, what else do we have for Sag? We have the Empress in the reverse. Be very careful. I'm feeling like a motherly feeling from this Empress. Not saying, maternity, necessarily. I'm feeling like it's maybe your person's parent, your person's mother, like your mother-in-law. It's in the reverse. I feel like they may say something. For some of you, it's just they thought they're just bragging on their kid. You know what I'm saying? But they don't realize that you didn't know this about this person. For others, I think that they may be a little bit conniving about it. Maybe they are testing you by saying these things, making sure that you can handle whatever comes up in your relationship. It just feels kind of that way, like a mother trying to protect their person, their child, or trying to see whether you are a right fit. And that's why they bring this conversation up. You have 5 of Pentacles here. The 5s are struggles, hurdles, things that you need to get over, get through, learning experiences. I feel like this person is your key. In one of the other decks here, it shows a girl sitting with her head on her knees, feeling like she has nowhere to go, a door behind her with the 5 pentacles on it, and a large keyhole, and the key just leaning in the corner. It's about you. Some of these problems that you're having and feeling like you can't get through, or beginning to have, I think part of it is something that you have to work out with yourself. It's not your person's doing. There's lots of love here, so don't, I feel like saying don't ruin a good thing. I don't want to offend anybody, but I feel like you may be tempted to do something that's going to threaten your relationship, because of because you can't accept what they're saying to you. That's what it feels like. You have the 9 of Swords here. You have been stressing about this. There may have been a marriage proposal, and you are, this may have been prior, you accepted, and now you're finding out something that you didn't know about your person, and you're beginning to think, I don't know this person well enough to marry them. You have the Knight of Swords here in the reverse. Which is landing right on this Empress. And it's the Knight of Swords. There's the King of Swords. If this is your person, the Knight protects the King. I always feel this way. And you have it in the reverse here on the Empress. This could be their mother protecting them, saying some things. This started to turn over, so we will keep it. We have the Knave of Wands here. Is it equal to the page? Listen to your person. Take some good advice. This could be from a friend as well, but I feel like your person is going to, if you say something to your person, they're going to outright be like, that was a long time ago, that's not what's happening, and I can't help if, you may even have to be, you may even have someone, that wants your person. The person may want the person may, this other energy wants your person. this may be what you're seeing, and you're not seeing it clearly. You think that your person has mutual, but they don't. There's no mutual. Uh, they might not even realize that this person is like that towards them, or feels like that towards them. So don't you know, listen to your person. If they say there's nothing going on, I feel like telling someone. Obviously, if your person has cheated in the past, definitely don't ignore signs that you have or feelings that you have, because there's a reason for that. This is for some people who have had no reason to not trust their person up until now. And you have the Hierophant. It's a card of marriage. Your person looks at you intently. I feel like there's definitely opposite energy here, like opposites attracting. But I feel like I definitely feel like there is a marriage in the works here. A high commitment, even if it's not a marriage, it's a high commitment. I feel like the ending of it, it's not an ending. The result of everything that's happening will be this connection between the two of you. I'm going to pull a couple of grace cards here before I close the read for you, Sag. We have Mirror and Devotion. Mirror, learn to see God's presence in everyone you meet. And Devotion, stay connected to the divine. Pray, express your gratitude, or ask for help out loud. Make the practice of devotion a daily habit. Although, I feel like no matter what the cards are saying on the back, that's always an extra message for whoever needs it. But I feel like I'm looking at the way this card, they're like almost like mirror image. They're touching each other. They are I feel like a connection here. A soul connection here. And then you have Devotion. I feel like your person is more devoted to you than what you think. And this will be for this will make a happy union if you stay connected with your person. All right, Sag, that's it for this read. Please like, share, subscribe. Join my community here if you want to. Have a great week. I'll see you next video.